said that the idea is to learn how Mashiach born. It's not only, we don't only want the Mashiach arrive and we don't care how he got here. The idea of receiving the Mashiach is to learn Mashiach, and to learn Mashiach, the basic things that have to be learned about Mashiach is how he born.
How he was born.
How Mashiach born on this world. So the main story in the Torah about the birth of Mashiach is a story about Peretz and Zerach. Like we remember the story, the background to this story, Tamar, she was married with Er, and she didn't. Judah have two children, Er and Onan.
Eren?
Er and Onan. And there was Er was married with Tamar, and Tamar, he didn't want her to have children, to make food. He want only the tree, not the fruit of the tree. And God did like this, and he killed him. And then Onan did the Yibum. The brother, he took Tamar, but he did the same thing. He didn't want her to have children because they will burn the name of his brother, and God killed him too. So then Judah was worried to give her the first son that he has, Shelah. She's a dangerous woman. She killed her husband. So he asked her to wait until Shelah will grow up, and then he will marry her.
He killed his children.
He have a third children by the name Shelah.
Yeah.
Right? Shelah is like one of the name of Mashiach Shiloh. So she wait, and Shelah grew up, and nobody give her Shelah to marry, so she understands that they're not going to give her a husband to have children. And for a woman, all the idea is to have children. This is her goal in all creation, to have children. The man think more about the tree, but the woman think about the fruit, like we said before. And a person to have children, like we said before, a matara, the goal, make the way to get to the goal holy. She decided she have children and she don't care what, so she dressed like a prostitute. And when Judah after his wife was died, he passed to visit his friend. He saw a woman, he didn't recognize her. So he thought that this is a prostitute, so he came to her and he gave her, for the payment, she took something from him.
Who is he?
Judah. So she will be sure that he come back to pay her, so she take his mate and his stamps. Right? The stamp, it's like a representation of two signs of kingdom. The mate, the stick, and his stamps. Something that we fit, he was doing his stamps. Alright, so Judah did with her what he did, and he come back to take what he was supposed to pay her, and then he don't find her. He look, he search to her, he don't find her. He ask the people around, so nobody see her a prostitute, so he forget about the idea. I came here, I tried to pay her. So then after a while, people see that Tamar, she's pregnant. She's pregnant from Yehuda, all right? But Yehuda don't know that she's pregnant from here. So Yehuda said, all right, to take her that she will be burned, to kill her with fire, right? The punishment for a daughter of a priest, if she do prostitute, is to be burned. So it is
because she was pregnant.
Yeah. It means she did the avera that the punishment is to be burned because she's a daughter of a priest. So it is a say of Chazal. She was a daughter of Shem, that he was priest. Anyhow, so they took her to be burned, and then she sent what she took from Yehuda, the sticks and the stamps. She sent it to him, and she said, to who this belong, these two things, I am pregnant. It means she didn't say, it's not my fault. Yehuda, and it's legally because he's the one that's supposed to do the Yibum, the mitzvah of Yibum, instead of the two sons that make me pregnant. She didn't say this because she didn't want to make him ashamed. It means she's such a tzadikah, a good lady, that she's willing to be born, but she's not going to blame Yehuda of doing something that maybe he don't want to recognize that he did. So when Yehuda see what she sent him, he say, she is more just of me. It means she's a tzadikah more of me. It's
Righteous.
She's a righteous, not me.
More of a righteous than
Yeah,
I.
tzadkah mimeni, she's more righteous of me. Right? It means Yehuda, it means to recognize. Yehuda, all the rectification of being Yehuda, of being Jewish, is to recognize your sin and to say, I'm sorry, you are right, not me.
Yehuda is like Yodea?
Yodeh. להודות. הפעם מודה את השם, like Leah said when she gives the name Yehuda to Yehuda, now I'm going to say thanks for God about this birth. Alright? So this is the meaning of being Jewish, to say thanks.
Thankful.
To be thankful and to be able to say I was wrong about this, about whatever. Alright? So now Tamar, she's pregnant, and who is going to be birthed is the secret of Mashiach.
To be born.
To be born is the secret of Mashiach, and there are two births. That really, Peretz, it's like the rectification of Er. Er, it's from the word Ariri, that it means that you have no children. Peretz, it means lifrot, it means to have a lot of children. Onan, it's from the word me. It's like onenut, me making love with myself. This concept of somebody is just think about the satisfaction of himself and not of his wife is the secret of the name Onan. And Zerach, it means to shine to the other. So this is a rectification of him, this is a rectification here. There was evil, now they are both tzaddikim. And not only there the rectification of Er and Onan, the rectification of Esav and Yaakov. Now, everybody know that Esav born first and Yaakov after, even the Gemini, but Yaakov tried to hold the heel of Esav to come first. Alright? It means Yaakov, like we explained, it's always related to Yitzchak, what is a mother. Alright? So, Yaakov is a mother that he think that the trunk, the tree is important because this is him. And Peretz represents the fruit, Pri, the first two letters of Peretz, the fruit. Alright, so now how they born really? The first one that born, but he born a little bit, was the hand of Zerach. Zerach sent his hand out and they put a ribbon on his hand. It's called Shani. Shani. It's a piece of wool, red piece of wool. They put on his hand to make a son who born first. So the thought is going to be born first because it's the mother. It's like a generation before the son. So we think that naturally the way it's supposed to be, he will born first, and then he will born.
Second.
Right? Yeah. It's like you think that the way think appear that the good will be born before the evil, the sky before the earth. Right? But he born only a little bit.
Partially.
Yes, a little bit. Just with a hand. Alright? And we put him a Shani, what it's but Shani is the same letter of second, Sheni.
Shani, second.
You are second, you are not first. It's mean the mother, what is Yitzchak, is a second after Abraham. Because Esav is Abraham, like we explained. Right? He will be really second. He will born completely, and only when he will born completely, the son can really give birth to his rabbi, to his mother. This is the Mashiach ben David, this is Eliyahu. This is the mother, this is the son. The mother, the teacher, is teach everybody. He can be a famous rabbi, but what is a famous rabbi in the world is just an ant. He really didn't born on this world. Nobody know who he is. Right? Even he wrote 100 books, nobody know who he is. Right? Compared to his potential that he was not revealed yet. But before his potential can be revealed to the world, the brother of Yaakov, it means Esav, have to be born. And he tried to be first. He don't want the evil to be first. The bad guy. The bad guy represents this world. And this world, this is a fruit. This is the goal of all creation. What we call evil. Right? It's not must to be evil. So, this is a way, it's like, the question, what came first? The cook, the tarnegolet, or the egg of the chicken, or the egg? What came first? So this is the answer. Who came first, the mother or the eggs? We have a little bit of the mother just a little bit, enough that he will come to her, he will born, and only after this we have the mother. Alright, so all this concept of the Trinity that we explain with the Aleph, the relationship between the two brothers, one of them is a Talmid, is a disciple, Talmid. The other one is Rabbi, Rabo, or Verav, Talmid Verav. Verav is Yitzchak. Zerach, it's like Zerach. Rach equal Yitzchak. This is Yitzchak. This is Yaakov, but this is Yitzchak as well. Peretz. Poretz equal Esav. Poretz, tzipor, bird. Alright? But is Avram as well. It's why he has the possibility of doing what to be the first of bringing Mashiach. Talmid Verav equal in Gematria the two secret names we was talking about all the time. Esav plus Yeshu. Has the same Gematria. $692. Esav is the acronym of the Kolim Esav, Vaikra Shmo Esav. Yeshu, Jesus, is the acronym of Vaikra Shmo Yaakov. He called him Yaakov. And both together, this is the perfection of Zemen, the name that contain both of them. That is the first man.
How do you call it? Zemen?
The man.
The men.
The man.
The men.
I talk not man.
Adam. Adam.
When I say Adam, I can say Adam that is not Chava. But when I say Adam, I can say Adam that include the two inclination of the heart, the evil inclination and the good inclination, Esav and Yaakov. Yeshua contains both of them. So he's the Adam that contains the two Yetzarim, that God created the man with two inclinations. The Yetzer HaTov, the good inclination, is Chava. This is Chava. And the bad inclination is Esav. It means he represents the sky. The snake, he represents the ground, the earth, the foot. The mother and the son. The mother of the son are as well two brothers. יש לי רב, I have a rabbi, like Esav said to Yaakov, אחי, you my brother. But Rabo ורב equal Yitzchak, is rabbi, right? All right.